Do you want to learn how to build an epic Minecraft treehouse like this here? If so, be sure to stick to the very end of the video and I will show you just how easy it is. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Oogie here, and today I'm bringing another episode of Minecraft How to Build series. So, before we get into the video, be sure to hit the like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. That helps me a great deal, and share this video with your friends. Also, in the description, you will find a link to my Discord server, which you can join, share your builds, meet some new people, and play with everyone on my dedicated Minecraft server, which you will find an IP on in the Discord server. But without any further ado, let's get stuck into this video. Your first step is simply going to be to set up a small square of 3x3 blocks going across like this here. You don't want them to match up on each of the corners. You simply want to do it at the edges like so. And what you're going to do is you're going to make a simple door on one of the edges like this here and cut out the door. So you want to make sure that your this tree house is going to be at least 10 blocks high, so that we have plenty of space to kind of work with. So as you can see, currently we're sitting at 3 blocks height, so I'm simply going to expand this here to be 10 blocks high. I'm going to show you guys how to proceed on with the rest. There we have it. Currently a log looks like this here, which is absolutely fine. What you want to do then is simply go around the edges like so and just kind of add bits and pieces, simply going all the way up the log, kind of make it seem a little bit more you know, like a tree, just like so. Make it nice and simple, going all the way around the edges. So there isn't really a set way to do this here. I usually want to keep my blocks kind of going up in threes like this here, so it adds a little bit more depth and stuff, and it's simple enough once you kind of get your head all the way around it. And as you can see, it's working out to be quite okay. You don't have to do this here on all of the edges, although I prefer to, as it's going to give the tree that kind of 3D depth feeling that you can have going all the way around it. So as you can see, I'm going all the way up on these blocks here, kind of making a few small pillars like so. And as you can see, the tree is looking absolutely grand at the very front of it. So you want to add a few more blocks on each side like so, going all the way around, possibly even like this here. And even at the entrance, you want to have a few blocks going simply all the way like so, so that the tree feels like it has a nice and steady base. So there isn't really a set way to do it. You just have to kind of play around with it and just kind of make it as nice as possible. But since we've done this, your next goal is going to be to replace the floor on the inside of the tree, simply using some oak wood planks like this here. Going to be a very simple process, and as you can see, it's going to work really nicely. Then what you want to do is you want to grab some oak slabs like so, and simply place them around on the 4th block at the very top like this here, which is where your ladder is going to take you. Then what you want to do is very simply grab a few ladders like this here, going all the way up to the top, which will be very nice up here. And then around the side over here, what you want to do is you want to make a little escape pad, or kind of a doorway leading all the way out like so. So this is going to be essentially where your main platform will be, that you will be able to use to kind of walk all the way up to the very top of the house. So as you can see, I'm going to make a small platform here, and then what we're going to have is we're going to have staircases going all the way around the building to the very top, which is where the house is going to be at. What I'm going to do really quickly is simply add stairs going up like this here, simply 1 block high. You might want to remove the floor below it and make them go all the way around to the very top. So I'm going to do this here all the way around, and I'm going to show you guys how that should look after you're finished. The tree should currently look like this here, which will be very nice and very simple. As you can see, we're simply going up the way, going in, and all the blocks go all the way around, simply half slab at a time, until you reach the very top of the tree like this here. So now that we're at the very top of this tree, what you want to do is you simply want to set up a small kind of house at the very top, which you're going to store most of your things in. We will convert the room below into a nice storage unit as well, but we will do that very shortly. So to do that, what you want to do is you want to build a small entrance like this here, and essentially and remove the 2 blocks all the way around it. So you're essentially going up by 3 more blocks all the way throughout. So this is going to be kind of like your main entrance into each of the rooms, as we're going to set up a few small rooms on each of the sides, and then we're going to cover everything with leaves going all the way down to the very bottom. So as you can see, you can enter the treehouse from the very top, and then what you want to do here is very simply use some half slabs to make the floor like so, and I'm going to delete the ones just below that we don't need. Over here, what you want to do is simply fill this out completely with a half slab. So there you go, this is going to be our entrance into the main room, and then all the way around it, oh apologies, what you're going to want to do from this section here is simply have a nice little ladder going all the way up to the very top, and this is where the main house is going to be held. So this is essentially like a wee entrance room, and it's going to have a nice little expansion at the very top. So from this section here, what you want to do is you want to use your logs simply going all the way around like so, so that you can match up the floor really nicely. Although actually use full blocks all going all the way around, like except from the very entrance of the building. Apologies. So there we go. Can we actually enter through? Yes, we can. So what we're going to do here is we're going to use full full blocks like so, going all the way around the top until except from the very front. So this is your entrance, and this is going to lead up into the main room like so. I'm going to show you guys how to expand the rest. Since we're at the top, what you want to do here is you very simply want to make a nice little circle going all the way around your main type of building. So what you're going to do here is you're going to expand these by 3 blocks like so, and go up by 3, and then delete the ones below. Then over here, what you're going to do is you're going to add another one. Apologies, you're going to go like this here, add another one. So it's going to be a small circular base at the very top, and you want to replace this as well. Afterwards, yes, you guessed it, you're going to expand this here by 3 yet again, and have a very small and nice circular base like so. And then on this section here, what you're going to want to do is simply add 1 block high like so, and all the way around the edges is essentially what you're going to be doing, is expanding these blocks by 3 high like this here. So you need to make sure you can actually access the bottom, so this should work out rather fine if I add 1 more block and then replace this like so. So as you can see, you can walk all the way around the tree completely fine, and there's nothing kind of out of shape except the entrance, as you can go underneath. And then what you're going to do here is very simply build this here around, and you have a nice little entrance into your building at the very top through the bottom staircase, which is absolutely fine and exactly what we needed. So 1 more ladder going all the way up, and then what you want to do here is simply build this up by 4 blocks like so. So this is going to be a very huge base if you look at it from afar, and it's going to have a nice little building at the very top. We're also going to set up a few small kind of lookout points at some of the heights, so that you can set up like a nice sitting area type of thing almost on each of the sides, which will be absolutely perfect. So as you can see, we have our main shape of the building here, and what you want to do then is very simply remove the middle blocks and put in some windows in the very middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some white stained panes, there we go, and place them directly in the middle like so, which is going to be the top of our base, and this is where we're going to keep most of our important stuff. Then what you want to do is grab some oak wood planks and fill out the roof very simply. So I'm going to really quickly do this and show you guys what that looks like. Now that this is filled out, what I'm going to do is I'm very simply going to go down to the bottom. Oh, I think, no, this is actually perfect. I'm going to go down all the way to the bottom and then use my oak leaf trees to simply fill out the whole of the top of the tree. So you want to make sure that these are overhanging and covering the full top like so, which is going to be absolutely perfect. So as you can see, I'm just simply going all the way around, making sure that the thing is covering everything, and it's looking like a real tree. We are going to add bits and pieces of overhang area around the area as well, so don't worry. So what you want to do is very simply go around the edges like this here, around your full tree, simply making sure that the overhang is there and everything kind of lies nicely throughout the whole tree project, like so. And as you can see, this is starting to take up a nice form of a tree if you look from afar. So this is exactly what you want, and then what you can actually do here is add some leaves going all the way down the sides like so. And as you can see, this is adding a bit more to the design of the treehouse, which is looking actually really nice, exactly the way we wanted it to look. So there we go. Oh, apologies, I missed one as well. So there we have it. Our treehouse is currently looking like this here, and then you can even add a few blocks in the middle and around the edges like this here extra. So our treehouse currently looks like this here, which is absolutely fine. Your next step then is to very simply add a few lookout points and a few stops that you can stop at any point. So we're going to have one at the very top, which is up over here. So essentially what you're doing is you're really simply expanding the platform to be a few blocks wider, just like so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to set up a nice little roof coming out from the top of the building that you can kind of sit under whenever you're just chilling out and about the place. So what you want to do also here is expand this here by one block wider, like so. And then what you need to do is very simply grab some oak wood fences and simply expand this here all the way around like this here, which is going to cover the sitting area for the house. So once you enter this section here, you can have a nice little patio almost. So this is going to be your sitting area, and you want it to be 3 blocks high, just like so. And this is going to go out from the very top. So you're going to have to remove that section there and simply place a nice little roof all the way around this here small square going out from this section here. So I'm going to really quickly do this and show you guys what that looks like. Your treehouse should look something like this here at the very moment, and what you want to do is you very simply want to connect everything all the way to the top, just like so. Actually, you want to make sure that this is all going up on the full corner like this here. So as you can see, we have a nice little sitting area at the top of our house. So what you want to do then is you very simply want to come in here and set up a nice kind of sitting area like this here. So what you're going to do is 2 staircases going across the ways like so. And then what you want to do is you want to grab a few signs. The signs will work absolutely perfectly once you put them on the sides, make it a nice little chair. Make sure you don't type. And there we go, we have built ourselves a nice little seat looking directly out towards the sun that we can just chill at any point in time. Then you want to also make sure that you can kind of set everything up nicely. So let's say we're going to have a little furnace and a crafting table out here, so you can, for example, say you're having a nice little barbecue or something in that sense. So 2 furnaces and a nice little crafting table on the side here will do absolutely perfect, and you can still sit and chill and enjoy the sun or the sunset from this section here. So that's going to cover the inside. We will need to get a few lanterns and simply use the lantern light to replace everything around. So as for lanterns, what you want to do is you very simply want to place them on each of the sides. Each of the sides of the main kind of pillar going up like so, to add a little bit more light into the house, or on the outsides of the house. So as you can see, this will be absolutely perfect. Then on the insides, what you're going to want to do in here is very simply fence lanterns. Yet again, on each side you're going to have a fence and a lantern standing directly in the middle like so, which will be absolutely perfect. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go down to the very bottom and set up some nice light going all the way around the building. So if I put so you want to make sure that this floor is actually filled out fully to the block, so you can't see any of the planks going all the way around, and in each of the corners you're going to have a nice little lantern for yourself that you can use at any point in time. And this room here is going to be very simple. This is going to be your chest room. So as for the chest room, what you're going to want to do is very simply place double chests going all the way up onto the lantern like so, and then on this side here you're going to have your single chest going all the way up, and as you can see, it's going to be very space efficient. So once you come down from the ground, you will be able to access a whole bunch of different chests and simply use them to any desire that you may have. Then at the bottom, what you want to do is you want to make sure you do the same and you have your lanterns going all the way around. So very simply build all the way around like so, and add a few lanterns going down on each of the sides like this here. And on the outside, what we're going to have is we're going to have a very simple door. So as you can see, we are using a lot of this space very nicely, but I'm not finished with fully decorating the inside. So once we come on the inside, we're going to place a nice little door in here. And then what you might actually want to do in here as well is, instead of using simple blocks going all the way down, you can set some barrels in each of the grounds like so. So you're going to have a nice little barrel ground which you can then use for different storages and whatnot, so that will work absolutely fine. And you also want to make sure that you can shine some light on each of the sides once you come out. So a fence and a nice little lantern from each of the sides will light up the house, simply going all the way around like this here. And as you can see, we are getting a nice bit of light going all the way throughout the house. So you want to make sure you do this here on all of the sections like so, just to make sure that everything is well lit up and kind of hanging down nicely. On this section here, what you're going to want to do is simply place one on the middle like so, just so that it matches the design of the house, although this might be a little bit lower. So my recommendation for that might be simply add one on the outside and one down like so, another fence, and then you enter the main section of the house. In here you want to place another door so that you can open and close at any time, and you can hide from any mobs that you might encounter. And in here, a simple chest or a simple crafting table with a barrel at the top. And then what you're going to want to do in here is add an ender chest standing right there directly in front of you, and up the stairs we go to finish off the build of the house. In here, what you want to do is very simply place some light on each of the sides like so. So you want them to be diagonal from each other, and these will light up the place very nicely. Then on this side here, what you want to do is add a bed. I will show you guys just how to do this here now. So as you can see, I'm going to place a bed across like this here, so that you can lie in at any point and then get up and kind of have your look around the house, which is going to be very nice and very efficient. Then your next step is to simply add a few more kind of sections that will make the house feel more home-like. And to do so, what you want to do is you want to grab your enchantment table and a bookcase. Sorry, there we go. I'm going to grab some bookcases like this here, and what we're simply going to do is place the bookcases going across like so, all the way around this side here. I'll go on all the way up to the very top, and then in the middle you're going to have your enchantment table that will be able to enchant a bunch of different things reading from the bookcases like so. So as you can see, we are using the space as best as we possibly can. Then simply just to finish off, what you want to do is you want to grab some paintings like these here and just make it feel a little bit more home-like by adding single paintings going across like this here. Can even have them on each of the sides like so, just to kind of mix up the design. As you can see, a double painting across our bed and a double painting here will do absolutely fine as well. So it's kind of getting that home-like feeling, and it's essentially doing the job of a tree house. So it is very simple. And then over here you'll have another double painting, a nice little double painting, and at the top you can add a double and a single leading into the house if you want to or not. But this is probably going to be it. Actually, I've completely forgot to add a furnace up at the top, as you're going to need a few furnaces in the house. Apologies. So I'm really quickly just going to touch this up. So what you want to do is essentially add a furnace on this side here, or you can even use the side beside the books to add some furnaces in. You can go all the way to the top, although I'm just going to do a single furnace or double furnace going across like this here, so that you can use up all the space in the house that you have. But yeah guys, this is essentially it, I believe, for this tutorial. I'm going to go down, I'm going to show you guys what that looks like during bad weather and from further away. So as you can see, our treehouse is looking rather fine. What you might actually want to do here as well is add some leaves going all the way across, if you feel like. If not, that's absolutely fine. You can also have them kind of coming around and down the sides like so. Just kind of, you know, expand it as best as possible. Make sure that it's looking like a tree as much as possible as you can. And as you can see here, it's looking like a nice little fort, and this is a very, very nice treehouse. But you guys, this has been it for this Minecraft How to Build tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, a comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends. That would help me out a great deal. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching once again. This has been Augie here. Have an awesome day, and goodbye.